We need to continue to look forward. I think it's important that we recognize that we're only a couple plays away from being a 3-0 football team. So we should not lack for emotion, and we should not lack for that positive energy. We start basically a new season this next week, going to Wisconsin for the Big Ten Conference. Getting in the Big Ten Conference play. So there's no doubt that we can win our football games. We need to just return to where we were playing before. And we cannot lose our confidence in terms of how we play football. And if we're doing the right thing, and if we're accountable towards lining up, being in the right gap, and fundamentally playing with confidence, then we'll be fine. We need to play more disciplined. You can't go rat trap out there and get in. If you're supposed to be in a gap, you got to be in that gap. But there are a lot of things going on, and defense is a game of reaction. So it's a game of reaction mentally, getting lined up and adjusting to a formation, and it's a game of adjustment when they come at you, whether it's a blocking scheme or a pass scheme or a protection scheme. I think Brian Hoyer had the experiences throughout his junior year as a starting quarterback that allowed him to be more successful as a senior in those end-of-the-game situations. If you evaluate Kirk yesterday on his performance throughout the game, I would say it was very good until that last play. Larry Capers was not the primary receiver on the one he overthrew. He found him free. He just overthrew him a little bit. We come back after a timeout, and he has the one bad play. But if you look at him and his performance that last series, if he gets you in the end zone and we win that football game, those are the things that people talk about for a long, long time. And so, you have to give him credit, because I thought he played very, very well. I thought Keith came in and played pretty well in the first half. He did some good things. The second half, we went with him as a starter coming out of the second half. We wanted to give him that opportunity. But you need to always go back with the person whether he's got a hot hand or a little game management or whatever the situation would be. I just felt like for the team's best interest at that point, it was best to go back with Cousins. Well, I know Kirk Cousins as a person. His faith is unshakable. He's an extremely mature young man, and I think he's a winner. And I think that he is the type of person that learns from a mistake, and he's very unlikely to repeat those mistakes as he continues on. I think that's the way most of our players are. I hope that all of our players are like that. But I think he has a sense of maturity about him. He can handle it. In the end, guys, there's still plays left on the field to play. We still got to kick a field goal to tie it. So in the end, we win, we lose together. So this is not dumped on one person. That's the first thing he needs to understand. This is on the head coach. This is on assistant coaches. This is on the defensive players, the offensive players. I would bet that if you said, hey, if we score 30 points on a football team, we're going to win. But we'll get it fixed. And we've got good players, and I have confidence in our players. We've seen our players play well, and we've seen them do the things they need to do to be successful. So we'll get that back.